Hi, welcome to Eddie's Research. Research in the news, is it true or false? Now, this is a little bit of a side research based on the project I've already looked at. So earlier I've looked at the tankers that were attacked in Iran, or the Iranian, not Iranian waters, but in the Gulf. I felt that the research wasn't complete at the time. I mean, I did it, and then I was thinking back onto myself. So the final bit I actually wanted to look at was the actual Limpet Mine. So the main bit of the research I did was here. So here we are, oil tanker attack, and it's here on my website. And there's the documents there, and you can watch this to your heart's content about the tanker. And so in the actual main article there were some pictures, so I've actually added the same ones here into the article that I'm actually researching as well. So it's from Reuters way back in June, US Navy, and there was this video clip here. So there was this one here and that one there. Okay. So I'll just go back through them again just so you can see them again, so you don't skip through them here. So let's go back to the first one here. So there's the first bit. Yeah. So the US Navy says this mine suggests that whenever you do any kind of reading of the news, always look at the wording that they use. May is usually a phrase that they use. For example, it may come from there, we may do this. It suggests, alleged. They're all words that basically means we don't actually know it actually is true. If it said US Navy says mine pieces are definitely Iranian origin, then that's different. But suggests means it could be Iranian. It could be from somewhere else. And then the other bit, which is that, it's a bit, what can I say about that? I'm not going to say much about it, but obviously you can tell that they're from an Iranian limpet mine, these four little bits of metal. So let's go for a brief history of what a limpet mine basically is. So it's a mine that's used by the Navy, which can be attached to the target by use of magnets. It's called a limpet after a type of sea snail that clings tightly to rocks and other hard surfaces. You've probably seen them if you go to rock pools and stuff at the beach, and you see these things stuck to the side of the of rocks. And if people call them barnacles and things like this. If you accidentally fall off the rock and you scrape yourself one of these things, they're evil sods because they just do not move, and you can't remove them because they're like stuck straight onto the thing. So hence why the Limpet mine was allegedly used in the tanker attack. So let's look at this picture. Like I said, this second one here shows you absolutely nothing. I can find scraps of metal like that all over the road. Come off a car, a tin can for all I know. I haven't got a clue. So let's go back to this first one here. So now, there have been more images have surfaced since the attack first took place, and we got some more images to kind of show this in a better detail. Okay, so this is from press from info. Ironically, they say they're from Reuters, but it wasn't the first Reuters image that we just looked at a few minutes ago. So here it is. I'm assuming that's the other side of it, and here's another image here. This has all been looked at in my video. Quite happily look at that in my video if you want to. Again, look, yeah, it's been mentioned in my other article, but a US Navy helicopter was watching them removing that. It's like, well, if you watched them removing it, were you there when they were putting it on? Why didn't you do something before? But hey ho, what do I know? Now I'm assuming from these pictures that the one that has a big chunk of metal on top is the other side of that mine that we previously showed you. You know, 'cause there's the bit there, and this looks like the bit there, and you can see the edges here. Like I would say there's a triangle bit there and a bit of a triangle bit there. So when you scroll down here, there's the bit, you know, like a little bit there, maybe curls around a little bit there, and then this bit here. So there it is. So that's the underside of the one above. I've got some more here as well. So you can see here at this website here he is holding it. So it's a small little thing. Just taking photos of it. And I'm assuming this is a little bit of metal. I don't know. There. So here we are with another website, and you can see the size of it there, roughly. There used to be a bigger picture, but this is the only picture I've got now, so it's a bit smaller than the picture that I originally had. You could see all the way up to here, but you can see now that there's the bit there. I'm assuming the other bit is this down here, the triangle bit, and there it is, attached to the side of the tanker. Looks like it should have been attached there in my mind. You see, a nice circle. It's down here. Once it's slid down, I don't know how magnets can slide, but there you go. And that's how big it is. What, 2 centimeters, 2 inches, whatever. Can't see that off the top of my head. Okay, so let's begin. First off, can we find out what an Iranian limpet mine looks like? Well, maybe, but we'll see if there are others. So, first of all, we've got the first site. Now, it's not English, so bear with me. So here we are in fastnews.com. Took me a while to find this kind of thing because it's not something you can just type into Google, say the least. And there's loads of interesting stuff in here if you ever want to, you're curious what other countries do. But if you scroll all the way down, and I'm just going to skip through it quite merrily, we have a limpet mine. And the wording is actually here. Okay, so we use an online translator to try and determine what actually it says, because I ain't got a clue what it says. So it takes you a few seconds to pick this up, because you tend to, if you're English or British, you tend to move from this side and then you can't seem to pick it up. But then you got to remember that they type from this side, so you try from that end and then it doesn't work. So you got to remember they write like that. So you start down here and you move up. So it's completely different if you're not from that country or that origin of language. So it's quite interesting to do. So anyway, here's the Persian language. There it is. You can see it's there. There's the words. It's not exactly easy, but it's there. And it says they're designed and manufactured. Obviously, this is using Microsoft Translator, weighing 42 kilos. The material of aluminium composite. Eliminate all kind of floaters. 2 sensors, 480 kilos, and length of 2 meters and diameter less than half a meter. Can be applied. And then we can use Google Translator. Sorry about this. Yeah. We can use Google Translator. And it says the 42 kilo mines and the aluminium and composite body are designed, manufacture eliminated kinds of floats, fixed and removable steel and metal structures, 2 sensors weighing 480 kilos and 2 meters in length and less than half a meter in diameter, can be used in all types of vessels. Okay. So you can see that from what I've just written there, or what I've posted anyway. But that doesn't make sense. It says it's 2 meters in length and half a meter in diameter. So it looks like it can't be that one, because if you remember from the image that we saw a while back, they showed 2, and the guy was picking it up with his fingers. 2 fingers, a thumb and finger, forefinger. So there's no way that was 2 meters across, because otherwise he's got some very big hands. So I actually did try to track down any others, and I could not find any other mines at all. I looked all over the place. I spent a good portion of my time poring over brochures for many military expeditions, trying to spot mines. So it wasn't just these places. I tried military places that are out there all over the place. You know, that we host, or that America host, or Europe host, or China host, or anything like that. It seems they sell everything these days, from jets to vessels, bullets to backpacks, but not mines. Seems strange, as most countries that have a navy need to ensure that they're secure against the threats out there, but mines never seem to appear. They do here, but in all the articles that if you ever look, if you go to a website and find a research company, you know, when they say, oh, we're having the security so-and-so of all the latest naval vessels and stuff like that, you would assume that mines would be in there if they do bullets and everything else, but apparently not. And I've looked through loads and loads and loads, and none of them have them, which is bizarre. The nearest I could find was another manufacturer, but then this is just one of countless companies out there. Not just the main ones that you hear in passing, but companies based all over the place, specialised in various types of equipment. So here we are, Mila. The Mila Limpet Naval Mine. It looks quite large, doesn't it? Look at that, look at the size of that. And this is modern? This is modern limpet mines. Where that little dinky thing came from, I've no idea, but there it is. This is a modern limpet mine. And it's a smart computer, so it's obviously modern because it's got the word smart in it. There it is, 145mm, whatever that looks like. It looks a bit bigger than 300, whatever. You get all this. Oh, there it is, going on the back thing there. I mean, that doesn't look like that anyway. Maybe it's just I'm looking at the wrong size. Maybe it's that little diddly thing there. Oh, it might be that little bit there. Maybe this is just some other pointless rubbish. And there you go. And it goes inwards, not outwards, inwards. And there you go. And that's the hole it produces. I can't zoom in on that one, but and that's just one of the many millions out there that do this. But like I say, it's only one company, and they can sell this to anyone in the world. So they're hardly likely to post their customers' details like any other company would. It's understandable. So my conclusion, this small bit of research. Well, from the pictures that the US posted that showed the fragments and the actual main part that didn't explode, apart from the intact one, of course, it is my opinion, and just my opinion, and my belief, my opinion, that we cannot say it's an Iranian mine, or it's any other country's mine, because there is no distinguishing numbers, there's no markings, there's nothing. I mean, if you look here, there's a name thing there, and when you stick it on, there'll be some name, there'll be something on it, you know, like a number or a name or a word or a letter or something, distinguish who it is that's made it, because people like to say that it's this version or whatever it is, you know, there's nothing. Also, the side's a lot smaller than the one and only photo that I could find, and strange enough, it also seems to be the same type as WikiLeaks. So here we are in the Limpet Mines. Now, obviously there's one from the back dawn of time, and lo and behold, boom, there's the Iranian Limpet Mine. The same one that we saw in there. Look, it's even got the same writing there at the side. And there it is, the same piece of paper, same blob. There it is, an example of an Iranian limpet mine. But that shows it to be bigger than the limpet mine that there. And there it is again, look, blamed on the Iranian limpet mine. And obviously then you look at that and you look at that and you go, well, it must be, even though the sizes don't match. Why not link a nice US, UK, or even an Italian mine in there? Why not have an Italian limpet mine, you know? Or because Britain is in water, majority of Britain, unless you live it inland, is by water, so why not have a British limpet mine? I'm pretty certain we have them. Anyway, hopefully you've liked this latest piece. It was small, but looking at one piece of equipment proved to be very hard indeed. Maybe in the future when they find better images I'll have another look, but because they might just obtain them. But yeah, it was an interesting article to look for, looking for this. Or anything, really. It's very hard to find. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please comment as usual, and all this will be uploaded on my website. Thank you and goodbye.